Hello and welcome to Ryno's Ravens preview. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So this week, Baltimore Ravens going to Cleveland to face the Browns. Is it a trap game? Deshaun Watson, the best quarterback on the Cleveland Browns roster, will not be playing due to an Achilles injury, right? Jameis Winston looks to be the starter, which just sounds weird to me because I totally forgot he was still a football player. I'll get more on the trap game in a minute. You see him on BaltimoreRavens.com. Let's get to the injuries first. Rasheen Ali, still dealing with an ankle injury, did not practice all week and is listed as out. Jalen Armour-Davis, depth piece, fairly good depth piece. In the secondary, dealing with a hamstring issue, limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday. Listed as questionable, but it does appear that the Ravens will have the use of his services this weekend. Don't know to what capacity yet, though. Zay Flowers did go down somewhat early in the Monday night game with a lower body injury. Turns out it was an ankle. Though Zay Flowers did finish the game. Didn't participate Wednesday or Thursday. Limited Friday. Tough to say whether he'll play or not. Since he did finish the Monday night game and did practice some this week, I do feel like he'll be available for the game against the Browns. Just how much playing time somewhat does depend on how the game goes. Malik Harrison still dealing with a groin issue, though it appears to be getting better. Limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday, so it appears he's good to go. Marlon Humphrey, too many defensive backs names on this list. Knee issue did aggravate it, if you will, during the second interception that he got Monday night. Did not participate practice all week and is listed as doubtful. Disappointing. Travis Jones dealing with an ankle issue. Didn't participate Wednesday, but limited Thursday and Friday. He's listed as questionable. It does look that he will be able to be in the rotation. Maybe a little less playing time, but it looks like he could give the Ravens a few snaps on defense. Arthur Millette, yes, technically he's still on the injury list, but this is more of I don't even know, but he's coming off of it, essentially. The knee that he had the surgery on and then the hamstring that kind of hampered him a bit when he was trying to get back. Limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday. Has been activated and will play. So that's good news. Keaton Mitchell, seeing his name on this list for the first time this year because he was officially. Again, I have an article, so I'll get you the information, but I'm bringing his name up now. Was on the injury reserve, and then there's like this 3-week window where they can come and they can do practices before they have to be like activated. That's the thing with the IR, and it's just a process so that you can like keep the player, but he's either got to be injured or he's ready to go for you. So he's either on the injured list or he's ready to go, or you gotta release him or whatnot. Limited participant all week, but he is practicing, which is a good sign. TJ Tampa, the other cornerback that Eric DeCosta drafted this past draft, haven't seen too much out of him. It's mostly pretty far down on the depth chart. Though with an ankle injury, didn't participate all week, he's listed as out. And Keaton Mitchell has officially been ruled out. But again, he's on the practice field, so that's a good thing. Broderick Washington, dealing with a knee issue, has been dealing with that for several weeks now. Limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday. So it looks like he's definitely, maybe not 100%, not that many guys are 100%, but he's going to give it a go, and he'll be there on the defensive line, which we're going to need. Nate Wiggins, doing fairly good. He was the top draft pick this past draft. Yeah, he's young. He's got raw skills. But the potential is there. He's got nothing but high ceiling for him. Dealing with a shoulder issue, which we did see him coming down on a pass defended or breakup, or however you want to actually define it. We saw that happen on Monday Night Football. Also dealing with somewhat of an illness. Didn't participate Wednesday. Full participant Thursday. And then limited Friday, which is a little concerning that there was the regression there. But he's officially listed as questionable, so hopefully he'll be able to give it a go. With Marlon out, yeah, kind of need that. All right, let's get to a few articles here. This article written by Matt Ryan, the editorial intern, talking about Zay Flowers and Humphrey. It's specifically noting that, well, yes, Flowers injured his ankle and he did miss some time, but he did finish the game. And he was practicing to a certain extent during the week, so while it's questionable, it does look like he's going to be available. Again, maybe in a limited capacity, but available. Marlon Humphrey, after he got that second interception, he didn't play in the second half at all. So, wasn't seen practicing either. So, it's not looking good for Marlon Humphrey. Well, what did they rule for Humphrey? Doubtful. Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see at game time, tomorrow morning-ish, but it doesn't look like Humphrey going to be able to play. But whatever. It is what it is. Article here written by Ryan Mink talking about Keaton Mitchell and going over the rules for that whole injury reserve, and then you got a 3-week window where you can come in, be with the team in the facilities and do some practicing before like a decision's got to be made to activate him or put him on a more lengthy injured reserve or, release him or whatever. They're just starting that with Keaton Mitchell now. Now, again, he's not going to play this week. Of course, the hope is, he'll be available next week. Well, temper your expectations. Maybe even a few more weeks after that. And I think it was the Steelers game, maybe. And it would be 11-ish months, according to the article, since he injured his knee. But again, it looks like he can get back sometime this year, which is good news. This article here written by Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRaven.com staff writer, talking about Arthur Millette being activated to the 53-man roster. Josh Doss, linebacker, came off the roster. Because, to activate somebody, you got to deactivate somebody. This is how it goes. Yeah, Millette appears ready to go. And it's lucky, almost like, how the Orioles were. They had a few pitchers go down, like, say, Grayson Rodriguez early in the year, and then here comes John Means and Kyle Bradish, who didn't finish out the year, but sometimes you just get lucky like that. Or to a certain extent, maybe because Millette's activated, maybe Humphrey won't be active. Because there's no real reason to push it because you're getting this piece back. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully he can fit right in there. For the most part, Humphrey has been playing that nickel or slot corner, however you want to define it, and that's kind of what they had Arthur Millette doing last year. So it's not like he'll be in an unfamiliar position. He'll be in a familiar position. Maybe a few things have changed on the defense, not a whole lot. So he'll be able to fit in just nicely, assuming he's back in a football game shape, All right, last article here talking about this trap game. Baltimore Ravens going to Cleveland facing the Browns. Everybody's like, oh, the Browns suck. I mean, Deshaun Watson's out. That's it. Jameis Winston's not a quarterback. Like, yeah. Well, that's why you call it a trap game. It doesn't really matter who's on these rosters. Some of these teams, Bengals, Ravens, Browns, I mean, especially in AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers, haven't exactly changed their philosophy in the organization. They kind of play the same way. These teams know each other. These organizations know each other. It's not like, oh, well, it's over because the Browns suck. No. This is a trap game. It absolutely is. Okay, Deshaun Watson not there. And Jameis Winston is. Who has flashed. He has flashed in his career, just not that much. Nick Chubb is allegedly healthy. I mean, we'll wait to see. That's, there's a weapon there on offense. As far as I know, they still got Njoku, the tight end. Oh, crap. I don't even remember who the hell's on their roster anymore. Let's see if his name is listed on his injury report here. I know Garrett's still there. Njoku might have went somewhere else and gotten more money. I can't remember, honestly. Myles Garrett's a game wrecker. I mean, that's another thing. Okay, they traded, who they traded away? Amari Cooper. Traded a wide receiver away to the Chiefs. Maybe. Still got Myles Garrett. Look, you got a healthy running game. You got Myles Garrett on there that can be, he he is an absolute game wrecker from a defensive end. If you're not careful, yeah, you can absolutely lose this game. That's why it's a trap game. If you go in there too cocky, too sure of yourself that you're going to win because it's the Browns and they suck. Yeah. If you're not careful with Myles Garrett, he'll wreck the game. He'll wreck your unstoppable, pick your poison offense. He absolutely can. Has he been hampered with some kind of Achilles injury? Sure. Okay, fine. Meaning what? If you run to his side and he tosses away the offensive lineman and tackles you, did it matter what injury he had? No. Can he do things like that? Yeah. Now, the benefit is Jameis Winston, not that great a passer. They let one of their best wide receivers go. Okay, where are most of the Ravens' injuries? Secondary. Secondary's taking kind of a hurting. Okay, there's some benefit there. It's a trap game. This is no guaranteed win. You need to be careful. I'm talking about the Ravens here. John Harbaugh, Zach Orr, and Todd Monken, Lamar Jackson. You need to be careful. This game can get wrecked. Your game plan can get wrecked. And you can lose this game. If it was in Baltimore, you might want to probably saying something different. Road games are tough. So, like the only place that I've seen, and maybe I just haven't seen that many sports, but I remember something like 20 years ago, Cleveland fans unhappy with some call that the referees made, and they just started chucking things onto the field. That was funny. Referees running off the field into the tunnel, threatening unsportsmanlike conducts on the organization and such, and penalizing the offense and the defense. And then they like stop the game because there was just so much crap on the field. Yeah, it can get crazy in Cleveland. People seem to forget that. Don't forget that. Don't let it beat you. Speaking of the game being in Cleveland, let's get to the logistical issues. Again, Baltimore Ravens at Cleveland Browns. Yes. Sunday, October 27th, scheduled 1 p.m. what do they call the stadium now? Huntington Bank Field. Okay. And it'll be on CBS. So that is going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Ravens preview. Please stay tuned for Monday. Next edition of Ryno's Ravens review. And I'll review the game between the Baltimore Ravens and Cleveland Browns. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Ryno. Fly Ravens fly.